My name is Dan the Big House Gramazon from Sudbury, Ontario, representing Team Shredder. I specialize in the little sambo and the little stand-up. My opponent, Steph Lamarche, he's a ground guy, wrestler. Expect he's a tough guy. Get ready for an exciting fight. I like to put on a show and I'm going full out. Steph, man, be ready. Let's do it. Let's go out there and bang and make it exciting for the crowd and have some fun.
The Big House, Dan Gramazon, up from my neck of the woods as well. We got some tough cats up in Northern Ontario, I'm telling you.
You got that right.
He's fought all over the country. UCW, he's fought out in Halifax. He's fought all over the place and had some great success against some top guys. His debut was actually at Freedom Fight 2006.
Well, he's come a long way and had a couple scraps since then. He is definitely a guy that wants to get in the ring as much as possible and gain as much experience as quickly as possible.
That's what he wants to do. He's a firm believer of his training is fighting. Instead of taking breaks, he trains, and then he likes to fight every couple of months, and that's the way he feels he betters himself. Can only do that so long, but right now it's working for him.
Most definitely, and it is the only way. It's like, you know, in my aspect, in my experiences with football, you can practice all you want, but it's game experience that makes you better.
Actually, Gramazon and Nick Castiglia, who's one of the trainers at Ottawa Academy Martial Arts, fought each other in Fight 06.
My name is Stéphane Lamarche. I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. I specialize in Jiu-Jitsu. For all you fans out there, you can expect a high-paced fight from me and hopefully a win. Dan Gramazon's a big, strong guy. He's a good overall fighter. And I think he matches up well with me and it should be a good fight. And I trained hard for this fight and I hope he did the same. Let's have a good time out there.
Looks to be in great shape, as all these athletes are.
Something you would appreciate, being a former pro wrestler, WWF, and down in Memphis. This guy's known as the king of the slams around here. His last fight, he gave a couple of power bombs. Guy had him in a triangle, picked him up, kabang. Always gets a good crowd response. Very well-rounded fighter. Trains at Fit MMA, so you know he's well-rounded. Very popular Ottawa athlete.
Well, and those slams that you talk about, they're not just for show. I mean, when done properly, obviously they're going to do a lot of damage to your opponent, and we've seen a lot of situations where they'll even knock a guy out.
Oh, definitely. It takes the wind out of you at best.
Yeah. We'll shake off a submission, too, if you do have something and somebody has something you locked up in an arm bar or whatever the case may be. Nothing like the old skull off the mat to shake that free.
Hey, that works.
Indeed.
There we see Sandra and Cindy having fun at Freedom Fight 08, as always.
I think the crowd has definitely got to be very pleased with what's gone on so far and the fights that they've seen. Just absolute battles in all of these fights.
Well, a lot of fans tapping us on our shoulders here ringside, giving us the thumbs up and asking when the next one is. So I guess I better get to work. No holidays for me, huh?
That is your job, my friend. You can put them together.
Last we saw Lamarche, he fought in a co-promotion I did in Halifax, same one that Ian Don Todd Wood fought on. Fought a guy that outweighed him by 20
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is your semi-main event in the light heavyweight division. Sponsored by Ottawa Sun, Holiday Inn, Gatineau. Introducing first in the blue corner, from Sudbury, Ontario, and proudly representing Team Shredder, a vet of Freedom Fight 06, where he used his fists and heart to pound his opponent into submission. Weighing in at 170 pounds, we call him the Big House, Dan Gramazon. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Ottawa's Fit Mixed Martial Arts Club. This mixed martial artist slammed his way to victory at Freedom Fight 07. Now returning to bang it out for his fans in Hull and Ottawa. weighing in at 170 pounds, welcome, Stephen LaMarche!
Big ovation for the local guy. Colkster, I think in this fight, a big factor is going to be size. It doesn't look like much, but, 10 pounds weight difference walking into the ring when you're fighting at 170 can be a real deciding factor.
Oh, most definitely. And I think that, you look at natural strength and what an athlete can do, but 10 pounds is a whole lot, especially only in the 170-pound category.
That's right. LaMarche opens up with a nice leg kick, which is something that Gramazon really fears, I think, after his 06 performance. He took an illegal low blow, accidental, of course, from Nick Castiglia, and needed almost 10 minutes to recover. I don't know if his boys have ever been the same since. But you know what? He recovered and won the fight.
Well, that's the sign of a true warrior for sure. Punch me in the jaw, but leave my...
don't touch my boys.
Yeah, you got that right.
Right now we see LaMarche trying for a takedown, but Gramazon avoiding that, landing some good kidney shots.
Got him pressed right against the ropes, and we'll see if the ref will stand them up if they go much farther in there.
Good job by LaMarche switching him around.
Definitely.
Almost looks like he's trying to pick him up already for one of those slams.
He's got the hooks. He's got him locked up anyways.
A little bit of air. Ends up getting reversed right into full mount. Bad position right now. This is where Gramazon won his previous freedom fight.
Trying to take the arm in an arm bar here, but doesn't look like he's in a great position to do so. Once again, reversal after reversal, both of them back and forth.
Two very well-matched athletes here. We could end up seeing a very technical ground fight. We could end up seeing a barn burner. I've seen them both bang. I've seen them both be very technical on the ground. Again, MMA, you never know what's going to happen. I love it.
Fastest growing sport in the world, and that has something to do with it for sure.
I tell you, just look at the attendance and popularity and media support of Freedom Fight here in the nation's capital. We started out the first Freedom Fight. We had Tito Ortiz up, Gary Goodrich as coach as well. We drew half of the amount that we do now.
Yeah.
So we're on free TV, radio, press, everywhere. Everyone loves Freedom Fight. So
trying to get a triangle here.
Nice job. Looks like he might be trying to transition to an armbar. Oh, landing some strikes while he has his head trapped.
Got the arm, I think. He's got the triangle cinched in. So
that has got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll see what he can do with it. He's in a very awkward position, both fighters. Broke free.
Nice escape.
Very great.
Good composure by LaMarche. And Gramazon, always looking for something.
Still has him locked up in that triangle. Not enough to submit him with the arm. Unable to get the arm itself. There's
one of those slams we were talking about.
You got that right. That'll shake your noodle up a little bit.
And Gramazon still controlling him, keeping him fairly tight on top. He's hooking LaMarche's right arm with his left, and you see him controlling as well, or he was, with his feet. But LaMarche doing a good job of trying to scoot out, trying to get some kind of side control. Good competitive bout so far.
Oh, definitely. Both athletes not giving up much and allowing the other there.
Nice
again.
Reversal by Gramazon.
Great sweep, and now he is definitely in a position to do some damage.
Such long arms and long legs, he could strike from inside the guard, whereas LaMarche possibly didn't have that opportunity.
A little bit similar to those who watch UFC or any of that. Anderson Silva with his reach advantage and able to strike from any type of a position.
Oh, yeah. Just ask Rich Franklin.
Yeah, exactly.
Twice.
Same way. Now, these two athletes obviously very evenly matched. It's both in strength, both in skill.
Lamar struggling for top position, but Gramazon will have nothing to do with it. Well, there we have the 10-second signal for the end of the first round. Good round by both.
Yeah, definitely. And there again, I'm glad we're sitting here watching this and commentating rather than having to judge that round. It was such a back-and-forth battle. I don't think anybody really prevailed as the dominant fighter so far. But we'll see who recovers the best for this round number 2.
Oh, they both had submission attempts. They both had reversals. They both had the takedowns, and they both landed the strikes standing.
Yeah.
If I were a judge, I'd say draw.
Pretty well even. I would have to say definitely pretty well even so far, and that's what makes for a great second and third round.
That's right. Plus, calling it a draw, you play it safe, and I don't have either of these guys chasing me out of the arena after.
You got it.
Here we see Nabil Khatib giving some words of encouragement.
Wily veteran himself.
Oh, great guy to have in the corner.
Yeah.
Freedom Fight 2006 veteran, actually. And here we are, on to round 2, Kalkster.
See who takes the center of the ring first here. Here we go. Oh.
It's Lamarche that ends up on top. Seems that it was a repeat of the first round. He throws the left kick and somehow threw himself off of balance in doing so and set himself up for the clinch, but he ended up in good position temporarily. Here we have Gramazon with a reversal.
Again.
Right into full mount.
Spins off, has his back, has both hooks in here. This could be very dangerous. If he can get the arm underneath the chin, looks like he's trying to secure it.
No, Lamarche doing the right thing, trying to spin to his left, keeping his chin tucked. Very conscious fighter, keeping control of Gramazon's arms. Ooh, looks like he's trying to weasel it on in there.
Yeah, he definitely, if he can grab that other, good wrist control there and breaking that free. There
nice burst.
Yep.
Nice burst of energy from Stefan Lamarche.
Spins into it, but there he goes after a triangle again. Just great transition. These guys are working in every aspect of this fight.
Oh, and not content just working for an armbar or triangle. I think I'm going to pound you 15 times as well, soften you up. Oh, and we have Gramazon looking for an armbar.
He may have that, but we said that a couple times already in this fight.
Yeah, but let me see the bottom of that. No, Lamarche doesn't look to be in trouble. I think what's saving him is being so close in the ropes.
Yeah, that and... just battling here. That's almost a stalemate. Neither guy panicking, and when they do get into a vulnerable situation, and then you know how key that is, Pete.
Oh, definitely. You know, it affects everything from your psyche to your breathing, and once you start panicking, you make decisions that just land you in trouble. And,
as well as blow you up as far as you said the wind is concerned.
That's right. And here we have Gramazon on top again. Nice right hand by Dan, the big house Gramazon. Once again avoiding the takedowns, giving a good slip and slide on the ring.
Trying to get the single leg. That doesn't work. One reversal after another.
Yeah, you don't see much for lay and pray here in Ottawa and Gatineau at Freedom Fight.
Not at all.
When I put these fights together, if I put them on paper and they excite me as a fan, that's something I want to present to the Freedom Fight fans. And you know what? Tonight, I couldn't be more happy.
Well, and I was going to say, not just because I'm sitting beside you, but you've done a great job so far in matching up, with the skill sets and what complements these fighters as far as making the good fight.
So being a competitive guy yourself, you think this is something you would venture into someday, Culkster?
Well, I tell you what, Pete, I'm a little bit older than most of these guys, but I really love the training aspect, and I really have started to train a little bit just as far as keeping in shape myself in mixed martial arts. You know what? Never say never.
Well, we'll talk about it in between fights. How's that?
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Oh, we're just having so much fun here tonight. We might as well move it on to the next level someday.
Well, we'll see about that most definitely. As I said, I'm always looking for a new challenge in life.
Right on, but right now we're enjoying a good back and forth battle. Oh, we have an armbar by Dan Gramazon, and he gets the tap out.
You blink, you make the one mistake, and that was the sign of two great warriors going at it. And it just turned out as he got the arm bar at the right time.
Just a continuous back and forth battle for almost 10 minutes. And, one guy could have got the submission, the other guy reversed. Here we have a triangle, and then I'm going to pound your bean a little bit while I'm on that. Then we have LaMarche in a less than desirable position, I can say, without going into detail.
Exactly.
And then he ends up on top. And you know what? It was either guy's fight right up until that very last second. And Dan Gramazon was able to capitalize on a mistake.
Ooh, big slam.
Nice slam.
I challenge people who say that mixed martial arts is just a brutal sport. The thinking involved in the setup of the moves from one to another and the transitions. We've seen it on several different fights in this card, and this one let us down in no way, shape, or form.
It's a human chess match. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
Then you add in the emotion to it, you add in the physicalities of it.
Brute force.
I may be partial, but I see this as the greatest sport on earth. 15 years in, and I still love it.
You got it. It's electric.
Well, Dan Gramazon still undefeated in Freedom Fight. We'll have to see what's next for this gentleman.
Well, he's definitely
Ladies and gentlemen,
positioning himself for maybe even a title.
Perhaps. He's got my number.
we had a submission in the second round at 4 minutes and 29 seconds, an armbar. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Daniel Gramazon!
Hard-fought win there. That was not a cakewalk whatsoever.
He definitely earned that. That is for sure.
A lot of respect. Now these guys just want to go out, enjoy a couple of cocktails, and dance the night away.
Well, when you know what, you give it your all, you put it all out there.
I'm ringside here with the winner, Dan Gramazon. Dan, you knew that you were going to be going against a grappler. He was shooting. You were doing a pretty good job stuffing the takedowns, but the fight kept going to the ground. It frustrated you a little bit, or was it working the way you thought it would?
Sorry, forgive me. I don't say too much, but talking about the takedowns, that boy can drive, man. He drives. He's hard to stop, but I kept being persistent and didn't want to give up the takedown. A couple of times he took me down flat on my back, but I'm used to being there.
So you're definitely coming in as the striker, yet you were the one who seemed to have the majority of the submission attempts. Were you getting frustrated when he kept blocking the triangles?
No, I know he's a tough guy. I mean, I've known Steph for about 2 years. We've been wanting to do this since we met in 2006. I know he's a good reputation. He fought a guy that I know in Halifax and went the distance with him. And I know he's tough. He's a good competitor, and tip my hat off to him. And can't take anything away from the guy. He's a warrior.
Well, you both put on a great fight. Congratulations. Dan Gramazon, ladies and gentlemen.
Very respectful in victory.
I'd like to thank all the fans, especially the ones that came from Sudbury. I'd like to thank, first and foremost, my coach, Yves and Suzanne, my training partners, the guys at Sudbury Budokan Judo. Also like to thank my coach, my strength and conditioning coach, Rick Kilgannon, And the people at Collège Boréal, thank you very much, everybody, for your support. Also, the people at the Boxing Club, Top Glove Boxing, thank you very much. Thanks, Gord.